Alright, gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Tanking with Tony. Today, obviously, was the 9.17.1 update drop, and enjoyed quite a bit of the new content, and decided to highlight this match in the new Panzerkampfwagen VII. We've got to come up with a new name for this tank, because that is going to suck to have to say over and over and over again. So anyway, I wanted to highlight this because this is the newest tier 10 in the game. There's been some really cool content that has been upgraded. The mouse armor upgrade was extremely enjoyable. I had a couple matches earlier where bounced 7,700, 7,800 without really even trying hard. It's kind of nice to make that tank relevant again. The E5 I have not played yet, and I'm kind of afraid to play in some sense because you get so used to the playstyle of a certain tank that to suddenly have to completely change the way you play a tank, not so cool. Bunch of HD models, which are awesome. The 140 looks like a Corvette, which is sweet. Really well done with that HD upgrade. The E100 with the AP increase from, what was it, 220-ish to almost 250. Really nice. Right there, the E5. Snapshot on the cupola didn't pen, but yeah, what are you going to do? This has been a really enjoyable tank, the 7, so I'm just going to shorten it and call it because, frankly, Panzerkampfwagen VII is just too much to say. You know, this is really the first attempt by Wargaming, or not attempt, the first effort by Wargaming to give to the puppies the Clan Wars exclusive type reward tanks. I can see both sides of the story on this one because, frankly, you know, I've been in some clans that were doing campaigns. I know how hard that shit is. Being there every night, getting enough points to earn these tanks. So to just hand this over, yeah, I can kind of get your point, but at the same time, that campaign stuff, it really is for a very small select group of the player base. So I can kind of, you know, I really see both points, both sides of the story. Let's put it that way. But anyway, this has been a really enjoyable tank. So far. I think some of it, obviously, is because it's a completely new armor layout. I really don't think people know quite where to shoot it yet. I don't think it's going to be this good in the long run because people will figure out the weak points on it. But to this point, the tank is really good. It's got a great armor layout. Actually, is a pretty good tank in terms of speed and mobility for being a tier 10 heavy, and the gun, man, the gun is really good. You know, you're rolling 520 to 600 plus routinely without thinking too hard about it. You're bouncing a lot of shit. Again, I think some of that's going to come down to, you know what, people just really don't know where to shoot it yet, but really enjoyable tank. I think Wargaming kind of got this one right for once. It's kind of nice to see a really well done tank that isn't Russian. Not to buy into all that goofiness, the Russian bias stuff, but this has been a really enjoyable tank. Decent reload, nice pen. As you can see there, you're rolling 550s to 610, 620-ish. I'm not a stat geek like some of the people are in this game, so you know, I can't give you the exact Ouch, that fucking hit hurt. I remember that in the match thinking, God damn. Even for an AP, that was a pretty high roll. But anyway, I think on the whole, they did a pretty decent job with this update. A lot of the HD remodels were really well done. The 140, the TOG, the E50, the E50M, the AP increase on the E100. Pretty well done. But, look, you can see here with this tank, 4,900 damage done, 4,800 blocked. This is going to be a pretty decent tank. I think once they figure out the armor layout, though, it's going to be a little different. But anyway, again, pretty pleased with 9.1, 9.17.1 so far. But it kind of is one of those things where you gotta give it a couple days or even a couple weeks to really get the excuse me, the ins and the outs of it. But new tech trees, new tanks, new HD models. I think they did a pretty good job with this one. Really pleased with this match. That's why I wanted to highlight it. 5,500 done, 4,800 blocked. Pretty nice tank at tier 10 to play with here. So just wanted to give you some of the newer content that was coming out of this patch. Nice match here. Not going to bore you with the details of us cleaning up this one and end up getting the win. But yeah, I really feel like for the most part, Wargaming did a pretty good job with this one. Granted, I think the matchmaker RNG continues to be a problem. I'd still like to see a significant arty fix if that's ever going to come, but we'll cross those bridges when they come. But as always, thanks for watching, gents, and I'll try and bring you new stuff. The mouse, as I see this tank, is another one that I think needs to be highlighted. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.